You're watching Kink Live in the Bing Lounge with me, Pete Molinari.
Pete Molinari, come on. Come on. How's your day so far, Pete? You feeling good about things?
Yeah, I kind of just drove up from Seattle, so I just kind of woke up about 10 minutes ago.
Can you step up to that mic and yap to me?
Step off it over here.
No, get into the microphone
Okay,
so we
sure.
can pick you up.
I can be up to the mic.
There we go.
Pretty used to that.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations on your new album, Theosophy. We'll talk about that in a minute. And I wanna get into some. When I was researching to find out more about you, my months and months of preparation for this moment.
Months and months.
Yeah.
Jeez, that makes me feel really nervous.
I'm just joking. I didn't really do that. But every single interview, there's one line that always comes up about. There's a couple, but one more than any other, and that's that Bruce Springsteen said, "This is my new favorite talent." Every single interview.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen's a big fan.
Comes up a lot, right?
It comes up a lot. And either A, you get sick of hearing that, or B, it never gets old knowing that Bruce Springsteen is a big fan. Can you tell me about how you found out that he's a fan of yours?
I remember actually the day I was going out on a British bunch of dates, and someone picked me up, and then I just got this weird message from my publisher chap in London, Martin Kelly, saying the boss is a fan or something like that. So I was like, which boss? The good Lord? There's only one boss, right? But I hear that there's two bosses. So I looked into it, done my research, and I found out that he was on TV in the Toronto Film Festival and said these most pleasurable things about me.
That's great.
So it's quite nice. I don't know the exact, I guess I've read it a few times. I think it was somewhere along the lines of, I think Ed Norton, the actor, was interviewing him and said to him something along the lines of who is there anyone today that really kind of, you really like and inspires you, or something along those lines, and he said me.
Give him a round of applause. He inspires Bruce Springsteen.
I think he said something like, when someone's good, or something like that. It was something a bit more poetic than the way I'm kind of saying it, but I'd like my verbal dexterity to be a lot better at this moment, but it's not very good. I just went outside and stood there for a moment, took a moment to myself, and then I thought I better get back inside, and then I realised I walked into the door next door, and there was a lady there saying, "Can I help you, sir?" So it's one of those days.
Right. Was Bruce a man that you had spent much time listening to coming up? Because I read as your early influence, the number one influence for you was somebody that I don't know a lot about. Maybe you could tell me more about Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin, I guess, was an influence before I'd even heard any music.
Sure.
So it's funny because he's silent pretty much. He's one of those silent types. You got to be afraid of those.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's a giant. But before I'd even got into it, was kind of these flicks first and movies, and I come from a big family. My dad is from Egypt, and my mum's from Malta, and my grandparents from Italy, where Molinari's from. And there was a lot of different stuff going on in my house, and it was mainly these films that I'd first seen and just kind of got so accustomed to and so into, and that was my first experience with art, I guess.
Sure.
And how to convey emotions and all of this kind of stuff, watching City Lights and watching the kid, and how this guy could not leave this kid alone, and kind of like the bond between them, and all of that kind of stuff was a big deal for me, because I had 5 brothers and 3 sisters, so it's
wow.
kind of and then I just got into literature and books, and I had some cousins that kept coming over from San Francisco, and they gave me these books on like Woody Guthrie and Jack Kerouac and all of these kinds. So my first influences really from America were that, and then music came afterwards, I guess, and I started to listen to rock and roll and jazz and blues and all of that kind of stuff, really. Mainly from my older brother's record collection that I would steal every now and again.
Yes.
Take to school with me. But yeah, it was kind of that way, and then I got into many other things. Going to France when I was at art school, I would nip off to to spend a lot of time in that whole cafe scene, and you know, got more accustomed to kind of writing stories and writing songs, and listening to French singer-songwriters and the way they did it, which was kind of very romantic and very idealistic in that way. So I like all of that too.
I'm going to France in November. I got to pick your brain a little bit.
You have to.
Yeah.
Ever been to a place called Carcassonne?
I know.
You should try. If you go to France, you have to try and find your way there.
Well, let's talk after your show.
All right.
You can pinpoint.
We won't share it with none of these. Then, but I'll just tell you about it. They're looking it up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, don't let them know. They might be there at the same time. I might run into them and go, man, we shouldn't have shared that on stage. The new record, congratulations. Dan Auerbach's on there. You had some amazing people putting it together. It came out in June. And people can see more of you today at Music Millennium. At 6 o'clock, Pete will be over there. I'm going to shut up. We'll let you play some more. Sound good?
Sure, absolutely.